No way. Oh my gosh. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amacid and today we have a bit of a double corrupt bonanza, if you will. We have 10 awesome items for corruption here. I'd like to thank Knebopp and Slack for providing the items for today's video. Let's hope we can hit something with them. We've been on a very bad streak with poofing and bricking items with corruptions. We have to turn it around, and I want today to be that day because this is a whole lot of juice right here. I will walk through the items in detail when we get to the actual corruption windows, but just to give a quick preview, we have 4 Val Regalias with some nice elevated mods on them, pretty generally high ES. We have a very nice 6-link Astral Plate for Cyclone with all the accoutrements, you know, the attack, crit, the curse, the socketed gems. We've got a very nice pair of Strike Gloves. I believe this would be a really good RF helmet. And then a very nice Ice Spear helm with cold res and power charge. And then we have a Strangle Grasp of just to maybe get some vengeance for our last Strangle Gasp video. There it is. We have these gloves, which we're actually going to hit with a regular corruption because we want to keep that melee damage, but we want to replace item sales for much more to vendors with something else. So we've got 1 Vol Orb for that. And then we have 2 pieces of jewelry here. We have double pen amulet with crit multi, and then a double T1 attribute ring with frostbite and life. So that's what we're working with here today. Let's hope we can do something with them. I believe, again, the total cost was 400x, and again, big shout out to Knebopp and Slack for providing these for today's video. I hope we can hit something. So without further ado, let's start right with the corrupting. Alrighty, body armor number 1 here. This one is 629 ES with elevated int and 12%. Nice rolls, very nice rolls. Let's see what we can do with it. White sockets. Okay, I mean, that's actually kind of useful, I feel like, in a scenario like this, because it's kind of a mixed bag body armor to some degree. So we'll take white sockets all day long. Anything that's not a poof or a brick, we will take on this channel. Alrighty, body armor number 2 here. It is a 12% again with the elevated int. I think it's a little bit less ES, but it does have spell crit and the non-curse aura effect. So pretty juicy. Pretty juicy indeed. Let's hit it. I mean, oh, also the max life. So let's hit it. Well, all right. I mean, +1 all max res plus reduced crit damage. That's pretty good. Obviously, price checking things like this is basically impossible, especially at this stage of the league. But we can all agree this is a W. We're gonna take this as a W. We still have a lot more to go here and a lot more potential poofs, but I'll take this all day long. Okay, body armor number 3 here. Same situation, elevated, no spell crit, and no non-curse aura effect skills, so, and a little bit less ES. So probably of the lower tier from the ones we were working with here, but that doesn't mean it can't hit something big. White sockets again. We'll take that. We'll take that. I'm happy with that for sure. Alrighty. The last of the Val Regalias. Spell crit, frenzy, 552 ES. It's gone. It had to happen at some point. There was no way I could get 4 in a row. It's impossible on an Omacid video. It's literally impossible. But anyway, let's move on to the other gear now. Alrighty. The Astral Plate. Now, it's an elevated socketed attacks. So you can see that. It's got the stun interruption. It's got the max life and max mana % additional curse, and I think it's a perfectly rolled attack crit, isn't it? Yeah, perfectly rolled attack crit. Pretty cool. So, does it turn to dust? It does. It does. It from the ground, from whence it came. But we move on. Alrighty. These are some beautiful strike gloves. So we're looking at elevated strike as well as crit and LE damage with attacks if you dealt a crit. Pretty nice. T2 attack speed, +1 max frenzy. These are juicy. Like I was saying, these are beautiful. Much better than my gloves, that's for sure. So let's see if we can get something good. White sockets again. It is the day of white sockets apparently, but I am perfectly content with white sockets over a poof all day long. Alrighty. I would assume this is just a beautiful RF helm. I mean, it's got the RF enchant, duh. Okay, so yeah, it's an RF helm. Pretty nice one too. Let's hope it doesn't poof. I shouldn't have said that. That was dumb. That was real dumb to say. I should have just said nothing. Okay. We have our Ice Spear helmet. Aspect of the Spider, T1 int, +1 power charge, and -12 cold res. Let's hope for some good. I don't know why I keep saying something. I feel like I'm bricking it before I even say anything. But alas, another brick. Alrighty, let's do the Strangle Gasp amulet next. It is already anointed and all that good stuff. We didn't do so well with the last time we did this, but that just means we're overdue. So, okay. Alrighty, we have the double pen amulet with life, and I think that should be T1 crit multi, right? Yeah, T1 crit multi. Allocates beef. Give me some good shit. Nothing. Okay, we got a nothing. Our first nothing. I guess it's really only could have been a couple, but yeah, our first nothing. Alrighty. Last, or second to last and last, is the ring with double T1 attribute, curse, frostbite, and life. What is that, T2 life? Where is it? There it is. T2 life. Another nothing. And then last but not least, we have this this pair of spike gloves with culling strike. What is that? Elevated? Elevated melee damage with melee strike range. It's a lot of, geez, that's a lot of melee damage on there. Woo! And it's got that item sells for much more to vendors, so you can vol it and try and hit that implicit off. Is essentially what we're trying to do. So, for the finale. No! No way! Oh my gosh! What? That is insane. What the hell? That is insane. Okay. All right. Well, last but definitely not least. Woo! Okay, let's get to the price checking part if I can try, but what the heck? That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Maybe one of the luckiest things has happened here on this channel. That's unbelievable. Wow. Okay, that's whew. Alrighty, so we are back. I'm still in shock about what just occurred here. That is insane. But, okay. So I'll try and walk through what we're looking at here. Essentially, price checking these at this point in the league, guys, is just impossible. There's just so few options. Obviously, hitting anything that's kind of like above and beyond from the norm is just really difficult. So let's just walk through the results here, and I'll kind of talk to it a bit. But so we have this one here is decent. You know, the ES is relatively low compared to like for example this one, but still quite nice. The white sockets on a Val Regalia like this are going to be really, really nice. I would wager this is, you know, the minimum like 50x probably, but I really, it's really hard to say for sure. I did some price checking, and I can walk you guys through what I was looking at here. So if you just go like this, like that, boom, and then with the int, the T1 int, like 40x. So I'd say with the, I don't think these have increased, 95, maybe it's that much, but they have white sockets, pretty nice. We unchecked that, of course. And I'd probably say it's a similar situation for this one here. So probably in like the 50 to 75x range per, maybe close to that 95 TBD. This one, the white sockets again. So if you get rid of the life, if we just do the attack, the melee, the frenzy, I mean, just something like that here. Let's not do the cat aspect of the cat. It's like 30x, put on the life, there's none. What if I drop the life? 45x. So I think that's about right. Probably 40 to 50x for these is what I was looking at. This one here, so difficult to check. I'm going to go ahead and just say a lot, and we'll call it a day there. So nothing specific to latch onto, but a really, really awesome body armor. Really, really awesome. I mean, those implicits that we hit are very nice. Really strong defensive implicits. And reduced damage from crit and +1 max res. I mean, who's going to complain about that, right? So quite nice. Obviously, you have to think about it when you're comparing it to like the Eldritch Implicits. So is it better? It's probably close. I don't know exactly every single Eldritch Implicit, but this seems like it's pretty decent. It's not perfect, right? You might want to swap that reduced crit for something else like an aura effect, but still quite nice, still quite nice. Then we have the rings, which didn't do anything. We hit 3 bricks, and I think it was what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 poof, only 1 poof. That's pretty good for an Amazon video, pretty good. So 2 poofs. I'm sorry, 2 poofs. We have the helmet and one of the Valregalias. So 2 poofs. Still pretty good. We bricked the Astral Plate, the Ice Spear helmet, and the Strangle Gasp. Quick interjection here. This was recorded prior to the other Strangle Gasp video, so just ignore my comment about the Strangle Gasp rare. It actually could be pretty interesting with that max life and attack speed with the 4 annoyance. So let's get back to the video though. Gasp. So those are rips. And then we hit these. This is just like, don't even ask me to price check this. It's impossible. I tried for like 10 minutes here. It's really difficult. I'm just in shock about what occurred here. Like the fact that we hit the +1 frenzy is bananas. So bananas. So I'm calling this whole thing a win just for these alone. I mean, this is ridiculous. I would guess these sell for a ton. I kind of wish it was on this instead. If it was, you know, like instead, if this one had the items sell for much more to vendors, and then we hit that in the frenzy, that would be insane. But these are still quite. I mean, that's still quite a hit. That's just a ridiculous hit. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.